Mitch Kupchak, the only muscle guys on the squad, and Nader and Kupchak really don't play an awful lot.
Actually, McAdoo serves as the backup center for Kareem most of the time.
Boston likes to bang you and be physical, so some of those skinny guys the Lakers have are going to take a beating.
We have a Los Angeles foul. It is on Bob McAdoo. And it is the first team foul against the Lakers in the period. Danny Ainge at guard along with Buckner. Maxwell. And we'll have a Boston foul now as Maxwell gets up.
Well, most people think that you can go at Bob McAdoo. The Celtics trying to take advantage of him, going to Maxwell, feeling that they can get the shot off against McAdoo.
McHale commits the foul, his second. 37-26, the Lakers lead. McAdoo with a good move toward the baseline, but he stepped on the line and will turn it over to the Boston Celtics. And coming in for the first time is Jamal Wilkes for the Lakers. Robert Parrish returns at center for the Celtics, and Larry Bird goes out. Bird is off to a slow start scoring-wise with only 3 points. Jamal Wilkes is into the ball game. Wilkes, we told you, recovering from the virus. Looked like he was getting that shooting eye back in the late stages of the Phoenix deciding game Friday night. Here's Buckner. The Lakers would not mind Buckner shooting all day with it.
Buckner has hit some of those in prior series, but he's going to look like he's going to have to hit some in this series, too.
Wilkes, foul. You know, Magic Johnson and Jamal Wilkes have the same kind of rapport that Joe Montana and Dwight Clark have with the San Francisco 49ers. They can just have that telegraph, and they know where the guy's going to be, and they can make those passes.
They're on the same wavelength, Dick, all the time.
The 26, they did have an 18-point lead. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with 13, Magic Johnson with 10, the leading scorers for the Lakers. McHale with 8 coming off the bench, the top scorer for the Boston Celtics.
So far, Dick, the Lakers have not had an answer to Kevin McHale. He's come off the bench. Everybody thought the classic matchup of 6 men would prevail, Worthy against Kevin. But Pat Riley elected to start Worthy, and that leaves the 6-man job more likely up to Bob McAdoo. And I think Kevin can best him.
Lakers coming out with McAdoo, Jamal Wilkes, and Swen Nader up front, Byron Scott, and Magic Johnson in the backcourt. Wilkes will go to the line. Wilkes has had that long virus that has affected him for several months. He missed the first 7 playoff games, but has seen action in the last 7 for the Lakers, and he is one of the clutch winning players in his career.
The biggest and best tribute you can give to a player like Wilkes is that he will take the important shot. A lot of guys in key games walk away from that one. Not Jamal.
It's 1 out of 2, 9:38 remaining in the first half, and it's a 12-point lead for the Lakers. They would love to win at least 1 game here at Boston Garden. The first 2 games are here, and then the next 2 are in Los Angeles. We'll have them all for you live. Parrish is fouled going to the hoop and was looking for the basket.
You know, Dick, it's been so long since Robert Parrish has really been in the low post in these series. I think his difficulty stems from the fact that he hasn't been down there for about a month.
What does it mean for the Celtics to go against a running team like the Lakers? I know they haven't shown much yet, but what does it mean after their 3 tough series against those Eastern clubs?
Well, I think that couple of days rest will help them. They like to run. They've got enough bench people that it's not really going to hurt them. And Casey Jones substitutes to a fast-paced game, so it shouldn't mean too much to them.
Well, they've had rest since
They've
Wednesday.
had rest. It shouldn't bother them at all.
Well, but they should like it better, right?
Yeah.
Right there.
Missed the free throw. Remaining in the half. Byron Scott working against Dennis Johnson. Maxwell out on Wilkes. Gambling for the steal is Johnson. 4 seconds on the shot clock against McHale. Here's McAdoo. Bob McAdoo, who is the only member of the Lakers who used to play with the Boston Celtics. He's been with 6 teams in his career. Henderson, drive to the hoop is stopped. McHale. Short shot is good. Henderson told us yesterday in practice that he'd like to penetrate a lot more than he has as Kareem gets off the bench and he'll be coming back.
Well, any good guy that can penetrate likes to do it so he can get the back line of the defense to move. It creates good passing opportunities.
Wilkes on the receiving end of the bounce pass by Magic Johnson. McAdoo left free. Short. And a foul. It's against the Celtics. And here comes Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He is the leading scorer and rebounder for the Lakers in the playoffs, and he comes back having scored 13. Michael Cooper is also back in the game. Larry Bird remains on the bench. He has scored 3 points.
But significantly, as LA comes back to its starters, that second group in there maintained the lead.
Kareem going baseline against Parrish, who blocks the shot. Kareem, not to be denied, makes good on the second effort. He has 15 points. 14-point lead. Maxwell surrounded by purple jerseys. McHale tries to tip it in, and Cooper starts the break. He's got Scott, McAdoo, and Wilkes trailing. Now Wilkes. Cooper. Cooper hits. When Cooper has held Bird down, he has had his best offensive games. He had a career high of 31 against Boston one time. Parrish is fouled inside. And here comes Larry Bird back in the ballgame for the Boston Celtics. Bird is 1 for 4 shooting and a total of 3 points. A lot of pride in that man's face.
Larry Bird wants to be here in this thing. He enjoyed it in his early part of his career, winning a championship, and he liked the taste of the champagne. I think he wants lots more.
Good chance for the Most Valuable Player award. He was drafted as a junior by the Celtics, who waited for him. And the Celtics went from 29 victories to 61, and they have been at the heights ever since Larry Bird came to Boston.
No question that he's the soul of this ball club and the heart and everything else. And what the Lakers are doing right now is putting probably the best defensive person in the NBA to play him. And he's going to have to work real hard to get his game going. Well, there's going to have to be some strategy changes to get him the ball.
And there's the man, Michael Cooper. 6'7" swing man. There are a lot of interchangeable parts on the Lakers. Guys who can play center and forward and guard and slip back and forth with ease.
Very valuable on a quick, fast-paced team like the Lakers.
Bird. Henderson penetrating there and gets the roll. Gerald Henderson, who finally took over as the lead point guard after Tiny Archibald was waived. He's worked his way up the ladder here in Boston. 7:25 remaining in the first half. It's a 14-point game. The Lakers have led virtually all the way. Wilkes into Kareem, and he was held.
When they swing that ball from side to side, they're really trying to allow Kareem to get good position, and he did exactly that time. Forced the foul on Parrish as he tried to fight over the top to deny the ball. 3
personal fouls on Robert Parrish, and that becomes a factor in the Celtics' attempts to come back here. 3 fouls on Parrish, and Kareem is on the line. And we're going to see a move that I don't think anyone anticipated early, and that is the #1 Celtic draft pick, Greg Kite, from Brigham Young University, who's strong and good around the hoop, but indeed a rookie, replacing Robert Parrish, who goes out. He has scored 5 points, but more important, is saddled with 3 personals.
But Greg Kite is the type of guy that can give Kareem trouble. He'll use up those fouls maybe and muscle Kareem and make him work extra hard to establish position.
Celtics are high on Greg Kite. Think he could emerge as a backup center next year. 7:15 to go, first half. 16-point lead. Lakers have had it comfortable so far. Biggest lead was 18. Bird having a rough time offensively.
From the prior series against Milwaukee, he heated up in the second half a couple of times.
McAdoo in the corner, misses. Henderson pushing it up. Dennis Johnson. We have a loose ball foul, I believe, on Greg Kite. He was going over the top. It'll be against Kite.
Here's a guy trying to do the best he can on the fast break where you have usually good rebounding, but he goes right over the top and really collapsed Byron Scott and Henderson.
So a timeout. 6:44 remaining, and the Celtics have a long climb ahead of them. Under 10. They're looking for Kareem, who's guarded by the rookie, Greg Kite. Double team, leaving Cooper open. Cooper. Michael Cooper from New Mexico. And And the beat goes on for the Lakers. They're able to fast break, and they're hitting their open shots. Bird is trying to post up inside against Jamal Wilkes, and we will have a foul inside. It'll be against Jamal Wilkes, and it'll be the penalty situation for LA.
Here's Bird trying to get that good position against the smaller Jamal Wilkes. Wilkes giving every ounce of muscle he's got, which isn't too much, I don't think, but he did manage to bump him.
Magic Johnson returns to the game, replacing Byron Scott. Magic has scored 10 points in the ball game. That's what Larry Bird has today, 3 points.
But Pat Riley has done an interesting thing here. They've got Greg Kite playing center, but Jabbar is playing Kevin McHale. And that's his answer, trying to contain Kevin McHale. Plus, they're doubling him.
And also hoping that Kareem remains out of foul trouble.
Exactly right.
Kareem has 2. Parrish, who's on the bench, has 3 for Boston. Pass into Wilkes. Windmill shot doesn't make it, and here is Larry Bird leading the break. It is a 3-on-2 for Boston. Henderson trapped quickly. Lakers really back on defense well. Johnson is foul going in, but one thing you mentioned before, LA's ability to get back with their quickness on defense.
Well, they didn't show it in the Phoenix series in a couple of instances, but they sure are today. After that long trip, they are hustling it back, and they are well aware that they've got to get back there quickly to stop the Celtics' fast break. But that's the speed advantage that this club enjoys, particularly at that forward spot.
There was Magic Johnson, who committed his second personal foul, and Dennis Johnson misses the free throw. Can the Celtics do anything to nullify the Lakers' speed?
Well, they have to get on the offensive board and put the ball in the basket, but LA takes the ball out of bounds so quick, they better run up and get their tails up there quickly.
The Celtics could also help themselves by hitting their free throws. They're 5 of 11 from the free throw line. 5:38 remaining in the first half. It's a 15-point Los Angeles lead. Game 2 will be Thursday night, 9 o'clock Eastern on CBS. Back here at Boston Garden. Kareem, with 5 seconds on the clock, is fouled by Greg Kite.
When you're a rookie, you get no respect. And he's the Rodney Dangerfield of NBA basketball. When you're a rookie, you get no respect.
He's going to have to earn it, but I'll tell you, this is a very tough spot to be in.
I'll tell you, you are so right, but this kid is such a quick learner. When he came here at the beginning of the year, Greg Kite, a lot of people started laughing, but I think before his career is over, they're going to be glad he's in a green uniform.
Kareem has 19 points now. He hasn't missed yet from the free throw line, and 5:20 to go. It's 52-35. Big lead for the Lakers, who have dominated this game.
A little bit of a zone, I think, going on there. Illegal defense that they haven't called.
Dennis Johnson in the corner. Second leading scorer in the playoffs for the Celtics at 16 points a game. 5 minutes to go in the half. Crowd, normally they can make a lot of noise here. They haven't had much opportunity to do that. Michael Cooper driving the baseline. Bird fighting McHale, and it comes into the hands of a Laker. And the foul will be on Dennis Johnson. And they'll go to the line to shoot. They're over the limit as James Worthy gets the call from Pat Riley, who played such an important part early in this game. Starting for the second straight game for Pat Riley, Worthy is in for the Lakers.
Casey Jones with a ton of problems right now. The Celtics are not that deep at the center position. They much prefer to have Kevin McHale play as the power forward rather than the backup center. And with the foul-laden Parrish on the bench right now, Greg Kite has to perform.
Foul was on Dennis Johnson, his second. Magic Johnson now has 12. 17-point lead by the Lakers, 54-37. And an LA foul called by John Vanek inside. It's on Kurt Rambis, number 2, on Clark Kent in short pants. He came on strong on the scene 2 years ago as a free agent from Greece.
Looks like he brought his telephone booth with him, too.
He is physical inside. Cedric Maxwell back in the ball game. Greg Kite goes out for the Celtics. So Kite gets his baptism under fire in the biggest series of them all.
Larry Bird made that shot and turned around and was unhappy with it because it kind of